Back on Morning Drive, we continue to celebrate what would have been PGA Championship week. We look back now to 2011 Atlanta Athletic Club, where PGA Tour rookie Keegan Bradley won the year's final major in his first ever appearance in a major championship. Bradley rallied from being 5 shots back with 3 holes to play on Sunday, forcing a playoff where he would eventually defeat Jason Duffner for the biggest moment in his career so far. It's great to welcome in the 2011 PGA champ Keegan Bradley. We appreciate your time. Before we look back, how have you been spending these last few weeks and months during this pandemic?
Well, all the courses were closed down here, so we couldn't practice. We were just at home waiting. And then I have a friend, his name's Tom Hurley, who owns a bunch of polo fields here in Jupiter. And he was letting me go out there and shag my own balls, hit some shots, so that was nice. But for the most part, just like everybody else, we're kind of just hanging inside and hunkering down.
Shagging your own golf balls, going old school like Ben Hogan. Speaking of Ben Hogan, Colonial scheduled for next month, the PGA Tour's return. What is your comfort level in getting back to PGA Tour golf?
Well, I have a lot of faith in the PGA Tour and the Commissioner, Jay Monahan. So if they tell me it's safe to go play, I believe them. I am a little worried about kind of the travel, getting there, going to airports, coming back to my family after doing these. There's certainly some risk there, and something that we're all taking really seriously. But what I hope is the PGA Tour will have all these bases covered, and we want to go out and do what we love to do, and that's go play golf.
Yeah, everyone's hoping for the best outcome about 1 month from now. Let's go back to 2011. Most people know you for that major championship at the Atlanta Athletic Club. That was your first major championship start, Keegan. Where does the self-belief come from to even win your major championship in your major championship debut?
Well, I think sort of being a little naive as well of never playing in a major. And I remember I showed up on the grounds on Monday and no one knew who I was. I didn't have my credential. You get a special credential for the PGA. And the guy wouldn't let me in the gate. I had to call one of the people of the PGA to let me in. So things drastically changed in my life that week, obviously. And just watching those highlights from those years is so fun to watch. I still think that putt on 17 might veer off and miss, but it's just an incredible thing in my life, and something that is so fun to just kind of look back and watch.
Keegan, knowing what you know now, having watched what Sergio Garcia went through, the questions from the media trying to break through, Adam Scott, Justin Rose, what's the value of winning a major championship so early, checking that box?
Yeah, I remember Bones calling me after I won that PGA and him saying, you're so lucky that you don't have to deal with that question. I remember that phone call that sticks out, that I didn't know. Everything was happening in my life so fast. I was still a rookie on the tour. A couple months earlier, I was just wanted to keep my card, and then I won the Nelson, which basically got me in the PGA. And things were they were flying at me, and it was such a fun time in my life. But I didn't have much time to kind of process and think about what was happening around me. But, I had such great family and friends, and we just enjoyed that moment so much.
You've had a remarkable career, great success early. You had a 6-year winless drought that you broke, obviously, in 2018. How did you dig deep during what had to be some pretty dark moments for you? Yeah,
on the course, they were not very much fun. Actually, they were not fun at all, to be honest. But off the course, everything was great. The putter change the USGA imposed on us was pretty tough. I still am pretty shocked at the decision, but it's something that I've had to overcome in my career that not a lot of people have. I had thousands of hours of practice and playing and memories taken away from me, so I had to kind of gain those hours back, and I'm still working on doing that. And it was a big obstacle to overcome, and every day I still have to go through that. But it makes those times so much sweeter and so much fun to enjoy winning again, especially in a tournament like the BMW against Justin Rose, against incredible players. And, one of I think my sweetest victories.
Speaking of incredible players, you live in an incredible part of the country in South Florida, where your neighbors include the likes of Michael Jordan. I know you have a relationship with him, and Tiger Woods as well. I'm curious, how would you compare and contrast those two from a competitive nature standpoint?
For me, in my eyes, you have Jordan, Brady, and Tiger up on this pedestal of, greatest athletes ever. Watching The Last Dance, I have a relationship with MJ, and I always tell people, I can't stress to you what an incredible friend and guy he is. He's not only helpful to everybody around him, he's the most generous person I've ever met. And it's so fun for me to watch this show about him, because I see this guy that's so friendly and so nice to myself, my friends, my family, but I know inside of him he's got this hunger and this drive, and it's so inspiring. It's just he's an inspiring guy to just be around. And same goes for Tiger. He's been nothing but so great to me in my career. And one of the weirdest things about kind of getting to where I am in my career is becoming friends with your idols and people that you looked up to since you were a little kid. And not only getting to pick their brain about, how they played their sport, but also just hang out with them and have fun. And it's just, it's the most surreal part of my life is, calling these people friends that I looked up to my whole life.
Well, you've come a long way from being that PGA Tour rookie who won a PGA Championship in 2011. You're a major champ, you're a father, you're a husband. How would you write the next chapter of your life and career?
Well, for my career, I want to show my boy Logan that his dad's a good player and still is. I can't wait to that moment I had with him at the BMW, watching him, kind of my wife run out and give me a hug. I dreamt of that moment. And so from here on out, I want to show Logan that, I'm still a great player, and I want to have these fun times with them. And I was talking to my wife just the other day about the exciting times we have ahead in our life. And I can't wait for that. I'm going to work harder than ever. And I still have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish. And I still got a lot of time to do that.
Well, Keegan, it's always fun to spend a few minutes with you. Stay safe, and we will speak to you soon.
Thanks, guys.